Hello everyone, as usual it's me Pavlo, and some time ago, not so long ago actually, I did a review of wired version of Koss Porta Pro because I like Koss as a company and Porta Pro as a product. I think it's a stellar model in terms of legendary status, and actually they still offers pretty interesting and decent sound. And it didn't pass even a week since the release of that video, and Koss announced that they're releasing Porta Pro Wireless. Or this time it can be probably called True Wireless, because they did wireless model of Porta Pro some time ago, but that first version of wireless had wire. So a bit of paradox situation, but now we're having wireless 2.0, and now it's really wireless because it doesn't have any wire attached. And the price is $100. For that you're getting pretty convenient model with signature design and actually signature sound with about 20 hours of work and advanced audio codecs if you consider SBC and AAC advanced enough for you. But actually they don't need things like LDAC. I will elaborate more about that in this review. And probably that's all we need to know for the introduction, so let's have a closer look. Porta Pro Wireless continues the trend of regular Porta Pro in being really straightforward. You see what you are getting and you're getting what you see. Pretty simple box with a bit of information, but not too much. Zero attempts to impress you with some stylish packaging or something like that. But at the same time, you're getting some historical references, information, so pretty curious. And inside you'll get the hard case and the two cables, short type A to type C for charging, and longer one with the type C and 3.5mm jack at the end for audio bypass if you want to use them without wireless connection. If you want to use them wired, even if you ran out of battery, you actually can use that cable and plug them to some audio source. And inside of the case you're getting like Koss Porta Pro, but this time really wireless, because previous iteration had some wires. If I remember correctly, previous version of wireless, they had the wire that goes from one pad to another with Bluetooth on that cable. But now they made a next step, and now for signal transmission you have dual headband. Actually, it's a brilliant idea, I think, because you need transmit signal, so here are two metal stripes that serves as a headband. They are a bit heavier than classical Porta Pro, but actually not too much. And also they are more firm in terms of sliding, so they don't try to get back in the minimum position like regular Porta Pro does, probably because of wider headband, so you adjusting the size just by moving these things and they remain in this position, at least after 2 months of usage. So maybe in future they've loosened a little bit, but I hope they won't. Another thing you're getting is that signature adjustment of the pressure. You can get more firm or more light fit. So if you want lighter fit, you just move this toggle and you can move this part with driver a bit outward. And in terms of fit, it's absolutely classical Porta Pro. So two foam pads on both sides that allows them to stay reliably on your head, and really flexible and universal earpieces with foam padding. Of course, you can remove this padding, you can replace it. There are Yaxi pads, there are pads by Deconi, and some third-party pads from the AliExpress, and they even improve sound a little bit. But in general, it's same classical everything. One minor difference is actually that you getting 3 buttons on this side, and also USB Type-C for charging, and LED indicator, and also hole for microphone. And 3 buttons, everything is pretty simple. This one, when long pressed, it's on off. Even longer press moves you to the pairing mode. And short press, it's play pause. It has a bit bump, small bump, so you can find this button easily. And 2 buttons, single presses changes volume, and press and hold navigates you in track by track. And also about charging, they are pretty fast to charge. I didn't measure exact figures, but like about an hour or even less. And they give a reasonably long work time. I've got about, I don't know, from 16 to 18 hours, depending on the volume I am listening. Of course, it's not the headphones for noisy environment, because they are almost absolutely transparent, but at the same time they are breathable. You don't getting your ears overheating. You hear what's going on outside, so it's a good model if you need spatial awareness and you need to hear what's going on. I don't know, like during the commute, for better security, for some, maybe during some workouts, it's a nice option to hear what's going on, and many other situations. And of course, they play music outside too, so keep in mind, don't listen to something that you don't want to be noticed listening. And of course, they are really convenient as a travel companion. You can fold them inside, and put them in this, in the, fold them inside and secure with this hook here. But actually, headband here is a bit tighter and can unplug from time to time, so it's better to put them in the case too. So headband became a bit stronger compared to the initial model. In terms of connectivity, they hold connection really well, so that's probably a positive side. And I didn't notice a big delays. I use them for video and I use them for the games. I'm not playing some competitive games, but simple things like, I don't know, RPGs, shooters are pretty enjoyable with them, so I didn't notice any big lag. Traditional microphone test. I'm recording this part of the video with Koss Porta Pro on my head and using their built-in microphone. I won't apply here any gain correction or equalization, so you'll get an idea about their microphone sound. I did a series of blind tests and direct A/B comparisons to answer 2 basic questions. First one, there is no big difference between wireless and wired mode for these headphones. In wired mode, there is a bit more mid-bass, but the difference is so small that without A/B comparisons, I won't be able to tell that it exists. If I make like few minutes break between listening sessions, they sound totally the same. And also I compared them to my wired Porta Pro that I reviewed some time ago, and there is no big difference between them too. So basically you're getting the same Porta Pro sound both in wired and in wireless mode, and in my opinion it's a great achievement. Also, it's an answer to question why they didn't add here things like LDAC, I don't know, aptX, something like that. Maybe LC3 would make some sense here because it uses less energy, but in terms of sound, SBC and AAC is more than enough for these headphones. And basically you're getting that sound of Koss Porta Pro. Don't expect some huge stage or some superior resolution. No, they're analog sounding, they're sounding a bit vintage, but at the same time they sound, in my opinion, pretty good. You can tweak the sound by doing Kramer mode, or you can tweak the sound by using third-party earpads. There are a lot of options on the market, but let's talk about the stock sound. So bass is accented, but actually it's not that big, but at the same time it's pretty noticeable. So main accent is made on the mid bass. Deeper layers of bass are present, but they are slightly rolled off, so it gives a pretty natural sound tuning. You get nice punch, but at the same time this punch would be a bit I don't know how to say it, probably rubbery, so like firm punch or hit of metal hammer, but here you're getting also pretty firm punch, but of the big rubber hammer. So it's pretty energetic, but not as fast and sharp as in some more expensive headphones. But at the same time, low frequency sounds really pleasant, especially if you like them accented. And that low frequency accent makes a lot of sense because you're going to listen them on the street and they are open. So bass is the most suffering part of the sonic spectrum from the exterior noise. So accented bass is necessary here to compensate the outer noise, and during the home listening you're just getting like big and nice bass. Actually, it's not that big and it's not that modern type of bass head tuning where you're getting super punchy deep bass. No, it's pretty organic, but at the same time it's exaggerating instruments a little bit. It's like average in terms of resolution, but at the same time texturing is nice. You liking small nuances and details, but in general instrument sounds pretty realistic. But I've selected Juno Reactor Tempest. It has a deep bass at the beginning that goes from left to right ear and vice versa. It sounds really nice, really pleasant, and in general you're getting that nice feeling. And then in the main part you're getting pretty tight and punchy bass, and that's where you're getting a bit of that rubberness, but at the same time not much to complain about. With music that emphasize low frequencies, it sounds really nice. And thanks to the boost in the upper mids, it also builds nice contrast. So bass a bit leaking onto the mid frequencies, adding additional weight to the lower part of the mids. But at the same time, like you're getting average resolution, not stellar, but actually I can't say that it's too bad. Sound is a bit softened in the lower mids, but in the upper mids you're getting boost of presence area, and you're getting a bit sharper guitars, vocals, and stuff like that. But also they are not super aggressive, and in general this tuning really suits for like relaxed and engaging listening that gives you emotions. So don't expect here huge stage, but it's also probably slightly above average and not too intimate or too shallow. So no 3D holographics, but at the same time they don't sound as pinpoint sounding headphones. Probably that open back construction gives some remedy in this aspect. And actually, as an example, I have selected music track that is almost the same age as these headphones. It's Metallica's For Whom the Bell Tolls. And actually they sound great together. Compared to modern typical headphones, they're lacking definition, they're lacking clarity, probably a bit more aggression in the treble area, but at the same time you're getting nice punchy drums, you're getting pleasant bass line, you're getting normal representation of vocals, and still you can hear that distorted guitars really well. So kind of vintage type of Metallica's representation, but not too over softened and overly vintage. Pretty enjoyable experience too. And the treble is also pretty basic. Average in terms of extension, basic overtones are here, but don't expect some, I don't know, rich layering or extended overtones. No, basic things to play cymbals, percussion, stuff like that. to play basic overtones of other instruments, and that's probably all what we are getting here. No that sense of super airness or stuff like that, but still also pretty fitting the overall tuning of these headphones. And as an example here, it's Mojry by Niechęć, and pretty enjoyable experience too. From one hand, this track with these headphones lacks a bit of treble layering, but at the same time, bassline became super engaging and super fun, so I think these two things compensate each other. So I won't do any comparisons because I don't know what to compare these headphones with, because they are a bit niche product, because they created for those who need some on-ear headphones and for those who need to hear what's going on outside. But in general, it's a super pleasant experience listening with them to almost all music. I really heavily use them now at home with my tablet when I'm watching movies. I use them for some music videos from time to time. I also use them for conference call, but I'm using external microphone for that. I'm using them for games on my Switch, so pretty versatile and universal solution for home usage for me, because they are like lying on the table. I just grab them, unfold, put on, turn on, and that's it. Great, enjoyable experience. It would be probably great if they'd cost like $20 less. I think their $80 would be stellar price for them, but for $100, I think it's pretty worthy experience if you need something like that. So thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and of course have a great day.